Hello, hi. Right, so I'm just going to go through the questions here. We have quite a few of you on today, so if I don't get to answer your questions, then please come to the next workshop and hopefully I can answer them. First one, would you recommend the use of a tungsten filter if you have one on flash to balance out natural and incandescent light? Yes, sure, you can use filters if you want to. It's not a requirement for us. So if something is too tungsten, then the post-production team will generally fix that. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's not a requirement, but yes, you can use filters if you want. If it's a very dark, overcast day, should we reschedule to avoid view out of the window being bad? No, definitely not reschedule. Avoid reschedules at all costs. So, we want to be getting these appointments in and getting them uploaded as quickly as possible. The view outside the window will overcast days are amazing. They're perfect. A lot of people think that sunny days are good. For photographers, sunny days are a nightmare. So overcast days are perfect and beautiful. So yeah. What kind of flash gun do you recommend? Good question. Any flash gun. Any flash gun that is compatible to your camera. They range from I think 25 pounds to 600 pounds. So any flash gun. Really good question. What if the vendor has not left lights on? Can we turn lights on and off ourselves despite avoiding touching anything in the property? Yeah, really good question. So during the visit, we obviously, due to the current circumstances, you to wear PPE, and part of that is gloves as well. So if you're wearing gloves, then it's absolutely fine to turn the lights on, but always please ask the vendor first. If they're there, just say, have you turned all the lights on? If they say no, then just ask them to do that. Hi, should we worry about clashing color temperature with the indoor lighting? I'm not quite sure what you mean by clashing color temperature. I would say always adjust your white balance. If you are looking at the image and the color temperature is off, then just adjust your white balance and retake the image. Okay, is this done on AV or manual settings? So again, you can use full manual if you want, but aperture priority is absolutely fine as well. Will you adjust the white balance so several shots of the same room have the same color of walls, etc.? Yes, so the most difficult you're going to find for those situations is if a room is painted yellow or painted blue or a really solid color. Your white balance is really going to struggle the most with that. So yeah, definitely adjust. In the ideal exposure room shot, there is no detail in the windows. Is this correct? Maybe there are blinds. Yes, that is correct. The view outside the window was completely just sky. So yeah, that's correct. But yes, normally we want to see all the details outside the window. Where should you direct your flash to? Really great question. Hopefully you can make it to our next flash workshop. The flash should always be pointed behind you at a 45-degree angle behind you, to the corner, to the furthest corner, or directly behind you. The maximum it should be pointed forward it should never be pointed straight forward, but the maximum would be straight up towards the ceiling. Okay, as natural light is a primary source, you expose for the windows, then non-dimmable lights will burn out. Will this be adjusted in post-production? So no, if you're talking about the ceiling lights and the lamps being blown out, they shouldn't be. So usually when that does happen, it's just a matter of flash control. So you need to adjust your flash. For the most part, it means that perhaps you need to, always expose for the windows, that's what we say, and then add the flash. So you need to really look at your settings and see what's going on. Perhaps the shutter speed is too slow, so you could increase that. Maybe depending on what sort of day it is, but maybe even the ISO is too high, or sorry, too low, which will cause for things to be blown out. So you just need to really adjust your flash control on that, I would say. How many speed lights do you recommend to use? Just one that attaches to your camera. How long does it usually take to take pictures for one property? Really good question. So our average is 1 hour for the full site visit. Obviously it depends on the property and how many rooms there are, but an average of 1 hour. That includes the 360 tour. Can we take multiple shots of the same angle so we can hold the flash in the shot to get the wider view and light appropriately? I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that, but basically you only need one shot. You need one good shot of that from that angle, and then you need to move on. So once you have that, even delete the bad shots on your camera, because what's going to happen is you're going to go home and you're going to have 5 shots of the same angle, and then it's just going to be more costly to do that. So look at that shot when you're in the property, make sure that's the one that is perfect and that's the one that you want. There's no need to take multiple shots of the same angle. And you shouldn't be holding the flash. It should be attached to your camera. Ooh, really good question. We've gotten this quite a lot. A lot of flash questions today, which is fine because obviously flash is very relevant to light, but we do have a whole separate thing on flash just because it's such a major thing for what we're doing. So how to use a flash gun in a bathroom with a lot of mirrors. So bathrooms are notoriously difficult just for the size and also for the reflections. So the best answer I can give is honestly just really be creative with your composition. Move to the right, move to the left, move forward, move backwards, and just try not to get those reflections in. Do you bracket your exposures? So Mike, obviously you probably missed the presentation, but no, we do not bracket or use HDR. Okay, last question. Do we have to use a flash gun with its own small diffuser? Or is it better to use a softbox in order to have a very soft light? No soft boxes, so it's going to take way too long to set that up. We just need you to use a flash gun attached to your camera. Obviously, if you can sort of play around with it where it's not a requirement at all, but there are diffusers and filters and that kind of thing for your flash gun, so you are welcome. You're more than welcome to use that. Right, so I just wanted to show you guys the schedule for the rest of the month. So this is the next workshops that we're doing, and they're all at 10 a.m. So yeah, we spoke a lot about flash today, so I would encourage you to come to our next one, which is on Monday at 10 a.m. on flash. But yeah, feel free to write this down or take a photo of it. You'll be sent the links from our recruitment team beforehand, so hopefully you've already gotten the ones for next week. But yeah. And just lastly, thank you guys so much for joining me today. These virtual workshops, hopefully they have helped you. Again, the YouTube link that I've posted in the comments, please do, save that and check that out regularly. If you do miss a workshop, then we are posting our new workshops and the Q&As and things on there. So yeah, please do check that out. So again, thank you so much, and I hope to see you on the next one.